Good morning, students. Today we'll discuss the adverse effects, then therapeutic uses, and other non-benzodiazepine hypnotics in this class. First, let us discuss the adverse effects. Benzodiazepines are relatively safe drugs. Side effects of hypnotic doses are dizziness, vertigo, ataxia, disorientation, amnesia, prolongation of reaction time, impairment of psychomotor skill. Hangover is less common but may be noted if larger doses are used, especially for of longer acting drugs. Weakness, blurring of vision, dry mouth, urinary incontinence are sometimes complained. Older individuals are more susceptible of psychomotor side effects. Like any other hypnotics, benzodiazepine can aggravate sleep apnea. Paradoxical stimulation, irritability, sweating may occur in an occasional patient, especially with flurazepam. Some patients experience increase in nightmares and behavioral alteration, and especially in nitrazepam. Tolerance to the sedative effects develops gradually, but there is little tendency to increase the dose. Cross tolerance to alcohol and other CNS depressants occur. The dependence producing liability is benzodiazepine is low. They are seldom abused alone. Usually, after some days' use, it becomes a planned substance, and the drug abuser seeks other drug for this purpose. Anxiety, insomnia, alertness, malaise, loss of appetite, bad dreams is all that may be noted in most cases. Agitation, panic, reaction, tremor, delirium, or occasional convulsions are rare. Its use in pregnancy is in dispute. Some clinicians say it can be used. There is no chances of birth defects, but some clinicians say it causes teratogenic effect. Ideally, this should be avoided in pregnancy. Now, non-benzodiazepine hypnotics, zopiclone. This is a neocyclopyrrolone hypnotics. Is an agonist at GABA A receptor and potentiates GABA by binding to a site other than that of benzodiazepine. Its action on sleep resembles that of benzodiazepine, but it does not alter REM sleep and tends to prolong stages 3 and 4. It is reported not to disturb sleep architecture or produce hangover or withdrawal phenomena. Has been used to wane off insomnia taking regular benzodiazepine medication. T half is 5 to 6 hours. Zopiclone is indicated for short-term treatment of insomnia. Side effects are metallic or bitter aftertaste, impaired judgment, alertness, psychological disturbance, dry mouth or rarely dependence. Uh, it is 7.5 milligram tablet is available given at bedtime. Zolpidem and imidazopyridine, which preferentially acts on some type of benzodiazepine receptor that are important in mediating hypnotic effect of benzodiazepine. Only some benzodiazepine-like action, but not others are prominent. That is, hypnotic effect is pronounced, sleep latency is shortened, sleep duration is prolonged in insomniacs, but no anticonvulsant, muscle relaxant, or anti-anxiety effects are there. So this is about the zolpidem. Zolpidem is nearly completely metabolized in liver. Half-life is 2.5 hours. Has short duration of action and is indicated for short-term treatment of insomnia. Because half-life is short, it can also be taken later in night when attempt to fail asleep spontaneously has failed. Xyloplone is another drug in this group. Now the use currently benzodiazepines are of most frequently prescribed drug. They have been used combined with many other categories of drug with a view to improve efficacy by relieving attendant anxiety. As hypnotics, hypnotics should not be used casually. Prescribed for every case of insomnia. Understanding the cause of insomnia and use of variety of other measures can avoid unnecessary hypnotic medication when indicated. Benzodiazepines are the hypnotic of choice, and other newer non-benzodiazepine compounds like zopiclones, zolpidems are also can be used. A wide range of compounds has been developed to suit specific requirements. Now, insomnia arises under a variety of circumstances. It could be a long term, months or years, short term for weeks, or transient, a day or two, mostly situational problem. So, roughly, we can classify the treatment in these three categories. In chronic insomnia, more than 3 weeks, uncertainty exists about the use of hypnotics in this situation. The patient may have a personality disorder, but often there is no specific stress factor, may have used hypnotics for long periods, may be alcoholic, or have some somatic disease, gastroesophageal reflux, COPD, etc. Measures like exercise, training at mental relaxation, avoiding anxiety about past, future performance at bedtime, attempting sleep and sleepiness is maximum, avoiding napping at bedtime, coffee, alcohol restriction, treatment of somatic illness, psychotherapy, and controlled sleep curtailment may be succeed. Good night sleep improves quality of daytime wakefulness. All hypnotics aggravate apnea and are contraindicated. Intermittent use of hypnotics, say once every 3 days, may be tried in this group of patients, or initially for regular for few days, then with a gap of 3 days. Risk of tolerance and abuse are maximum among chronic insomniacs. A slowly eliminated drug is preferable because rebound insomnia and withdrawal symptoms are least marked with these drugs. Short-term insomnia, that is 3 to 21 days, emotional problem, occupational stress, bereavement, and physical illness are the usual cause. Patient may have induction difficulty or may be awakening up early. Cautious use of low dose of an appropriate drug for the type of sleep disturbance may be made. Generally, a hypnotic free of residual effect be selected, but when anxiety is a dominant feature, a benzodiazepine whose action extends into next day and ideally who has better mood elevating action is preferred, like alprazolam. Short-acting drugs are preferably in elderly. Hypnotic should not be limited. It should be limited to 2 to 3 weeks. Transient insomnia 1 to 3 days due to alteration in circumstances of sleep on an overnight train journey, really new place, unusual pattern of work, shift workers, jet lag in intercontinental travels, and sometimes, of course, sudden bad news. A rapidly eliminated hypnotics or with marked distribution is to be preferred to avoid residual effect next morning. However, night before surgery, a long-acting drug is better. Other uses, as an anxiolytic, this drug is quite widely used. We will discuss this when we discuss the anti-anxiety drugs. As anticonvulsant, especially in emergency, it is particularly useful in controlling the febrile convulsion and status epilepticus convulsion. This basically it is the diazepam, lorazepam. These drugs are used. It is given IV with this needle is pierced in the vein. Drug on the surface of the this needle is sometimes sufficient to combat the convulsion. Such is the efficacy of the drug during for febrile and epileptic convulsions. For other convulsions like in encephalitis, this is not so effective. So this is a very important drug in these two types of convulsion in emergency purpose. Then its other use is centrally acting muscle relaxant in tetanus. Also, it can be used for pre-anesthetic medication. This is the one drug which is routinely used. The other drug which is used is the atropine. This drug, benzodiazepine, is used to calm the patient and have a good muscle relaxant during general anesthesia, and of course the other drug, atropine, is for controlling the secretions. The other uses before electroconvulsive therapy: electrical cardioversion, arrhythmias, cardiac catheterization, endoscopies in obstetrics, and other minor procedures. Diazepam IV has gained popularity because of its calming, amnesia, analgesic, and muscle relaxing properties, and relatively safe. So, short-term surgical procedure, very short-term, and obstetric procedure, this drug is quite popular. Alcohol withdrawal in de-addiction centers, drug is quite very widely used with other drugs for de-addiction therapy, along with analgesics, NSAIDs, spasmolytics, anti-ulcer. This drug is used, but in fixed dose combination of sedatives, hypnotics, anxiolytics drugs with analgesic antipyretic has been banned in India. But this drug is quite widely used in ulcer patients as a separate drug. In many prescriptions you will find it because it helps in treating the psych portion of the disease, because most of the disease are nowadays categorized as psychosomatic disorder. So psych portion of the drug diseases can be treated with this drug. So in many conditions, still this drug is used where it has got no direct action on disease itself. So this finishes our uses. The benzodiazepine antagonist, it is the flumazenil, which is used as an antagonist, which antagonizes all the actions of benzodiazepine. It is used to reverse the benzodiazepine anesthesia and benzodiazepine overdose. So this finishes our topic of hypnotic sedatives. I have gone through all aspects of benzodiazepine. You may get a full question on benzodiazepine. Thank you.